Today we will be learning the basics of crocheting for an absolute beginner who has just started how to crochet. So I'll be going through all of the materials required and teach the basic stitches of crocheting. So let's get started. So we're going to be needing yarn to start our crocheting first. So all of the required details are always on the back of the yarn, the weight and the type of hook you should be using. It recommends for both crochet and knitting, but I'll be teaching you crochet and the weight is 4, and this is 100% acrylic yarn. We'll be needing a hook. So if you're an absolute beginner, you can go with the hook recommended on the yarn, but I'm going for a much smaller hook because I think it will get better stitches. You need scissors to cut off the ends, and you need a needle to sew in the end. So we're gonna first start off by knowing how to make a slip knot. So to make a slip knot, this is my way of making. There are many ways to make it. So to make a slip knot, we're gonna take the end of our yarn and we're gonna fold it like this, leaving a bit of yarn like this. Now we're gonna twist it to make an X. Now we're gonna be taking the smaller strand of yarn and pulling it through this hook. So we're just gonna twist it, we're gonna grab onto this part and we're gonna insert it into the hole right here. And we're gonna pull it and we're gonna tighten it. So now that's the hole, and that's called a slip knot. Now we're gonna be taking our hook and we're gonna insert it and we're just gonna pull it to adjust the size according to your hook. And this strand, like right here, that connects to the actual ball of yarn is our working yarn where we'll be using it. So now that you have a slip knot, we're gonna start by making a foundation chain. Foundation chains are nothing but continuous V's making with the slip knot. So to make a foundation chain or just a stitch, we're gonna be taking the big yarn or working yarn. We're gonna be yarning over, we're gonna yarn over the hook. We're gonna grab onto it with that tiny thing right there. And we're gonna be inserting this yarn into this loop right there. So we're just gonna yarn over, hold on to it, and we're gonna pull it through. You see that V right there? That's one chain. So the chains always come under a V, so you can just count them based on it. So we're gonna make another one. So to make it, we're gonna yarn over, grab onto it, and we're gonna insert it into this loop right here, insert it inside. Now we can just count 1, 2, the V's right there. We can just continuously making it. So we're just gonna yarn over, grab onto the hook, and pull it through. To make another one, we're just gonna yarn over, grab onto that, and pull it through. And we can continuously make it as much as you want, and you can just count it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 4 ways, and that's how you count it. So we're gonna make as much as possible we have, and we can just count them like using the V's. Now we're gonna be learning the basic stitches. First, we're gonna start off by making a single crochet. So to make a single crochet, we're gonna be inserting our hook into these loops. You can just see the loops right under the V's. So you see the top loop right there, we're always gonna insert it into that. We're not gonna be inserting it into all of it, but just the top strand right there. So we're gonna be inserting our hook back into it. We're always gonna skip the first chain, which acts as a height or anything to the stitch. So to make a single crochet, we're gonna be leaving the first stitch. We're gonna be inserting our hook into this stitch right there. We're gonna be seeing the working yarn right there. So we're gonna be yarning over and grabbing onto it, and we're gonna pull through this first loop on our hook right there. And now we have 2 loops in our hook. So we're just gonna yarn over again, and we're gonna pull through both of these 2 loops. That is a single crochet. And you can see on the top, there's a V right there. Right there, that's a V. So we're just gonna do it again. So we're gonna be inserting our hook into the next V right there. We're gonna be yarning over and grabbing onto our hook. We're gonna be pulling it through the first loop. Then we're gonna yarn over again and pull through both of the loops in our hook. That is our second single crochet. We're gonna be repeating the same thing all around till we reach the end, or however much ever you want. So we're gonna be inserting our hook into the next V, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through both of them. So we're just gonna insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through both. Now, since we did single crochets all around, now that's our first layer or our first round, and then we have it. As you can see, it has become taller, and if you want to count the stitches, it's right on the top over here. So you can just insert your hook. That's one, and then so on. You can see the V's on the top. So now we're going to start our next round. So to start our next round, we're going to be chaining one, the foundation chain. We're going to turn over our work so we can work through the V's on the top right there. So now we're going to be learning how to make a half double crochet. So to make a half double crochet, we're not going to be directly inserting your hook into the loop, but we're going to be yarning over and inserting your hook. So we're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the very first stitch. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through the first loop. Now, as you can see, we have 3 loops on our hook since we yarned over and then inserted it. So to make a half double crochet, we're just going to yarn over again, and we're going to be pulling through all the 3 loops. And that is a half double crochet. It's slightly larger and taller than the single crochet. So do it again. We're going to yarn over first, insert your hook into the loop, yarn over and pull through the first one, and now we have 3. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through all the 3. So to make it again, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, then yarn over and pull through the first one, yarn over and pull through all the 3 of them. That is a half double crochet. So we're going to be doing this all over, and as you can see, it's slightly bigger than this one. So we're going to yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through the first one, yarn over, pull through all the 3 of them. So we did half double crochets all around, and we're done with round 2. So now we're going to be starting off with round 3, and we're going to repeat the same thing. We're going to chain 1, we're going to turn our work, we're going to be working into the V's on the top again. So now we're going to be learning how to make a double crochet, which is similar to a half double crochet, but it's a bit more bigger and more work, I guess. So to make a double crochet, we're going to start off by yarning over just as our half double crochet. We're going to be inserting our hook into the loop, yarn over and pull through the first one. Now we have 3 loops. Instead of chaining and getting in through all the 3, we're going to be just getting into the first 2. So 1 and 2. Now we have 2 loops in our hook, so we're going to yarn over again. Now we're going to pull through the last 2. That is a half double crochet. It's bigger than the single crochet and the half double crochet. So we're going to start again. Yarn over, insert your hook into the V, yarn over and pull through again. Now we have 3 loops. We're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 only, then yarn over and pull through the last 2. We're going to do it again. We're going to yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through the first one, yarn over and pull through the first 2, yarn over and pull through the last 2. So that is a double crochet. So we're going to be doing this till we reach the end. We're done with our 3rd round now with the half double crochet. So that's our 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round, and you can always count your stitches on the top. Now we're going to start our 4th round. So to make it, we're going to chain again 1, we're going to turn our work. Now we're going to be learning how to make a triple crochet. So triple crochet is the largest basic stitch. So to make it, we're going to yarn over. We're going to yarn over twice. So we're going to yarn over again. So we have 3 loops technically. So this one's already there. So we have 2 yarned overs. We're going to be inserting our hook, yarn over and pull through the first one. Now we have 4 loops on our hook, so we're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2. Then we have 3 loops. We're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 again. Now we have 2 left, so we're going to yarn over and pull through the last 2. That is a triple crochet. It's very big than any of the rest of the 3 stitches. So to make it again, yarn over, yarn over again, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull through the first one, yarn over and pull through the first two, yarn over and pull through the next two, then yarn over and pull through the last two. So to make it again, yarn over again, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through the first two, yarn over and pull through the the next two, and yarn over and pull through the last two. So we're just going to continue until we reach the end. We're done with our fourth round now, and those are the basic stitches that you need to know to start crocheting. And then the last one I'll be teaching you is a slip stitch, which is mostly used to join two separate parts together, especially in a magic ring, which we'll be starting later. So I'm just going to teach you at first. So we're going to chain one again, turn our work. Now to make a slip stitch, we don't need to yarn over, just like the single crochet, but it's slightly smaller. So we're going to be inserting our hook into the loop, yarn over and pull through. We're not going to be yarning over, but you see the first loop right here has to go inside the second loop. So we're just going to grip the first one and insert your hook into the second one. That's how you make a slip stitch. It's just like a chain, but it's a slip stitch. So to make it, we're going to be inserting our hook again, yarn over and pull through it. Now we have two of them. The first one, insert it into the second one. We're going to do it again, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, and we're going to be putting this through this again. You can see it's pretty small, just right there. There, we are done. So to fasten off this part, we're just going to be chaining one. We're going to tighten it, pull it really hard, and we're just going to cut it. Then we're done with all the basic stitches. This isn't really anything, but it's just a way to teach all of the stitches. So if you want to sew in the ends, we're just going to be taking our needle and we're just going to be inserting it. We're just going to take the back side of it and we're just going to be inserting these into the loops or whatever stitches you want it to be. So you can just like go through the first one and then insert it into the second one. Then as long as you want it to be, and just pull it through. Now it's secure. Then you can just cut off the excess. You'll have no end. We can do the same one to this. You could just insert it. And we're just gonna do the same thing. And we're gonna adjust it, and then we're gonna cut off the excess ends. We're done.